Good morning, students. Welcome back to our online session. We have completed lesson number 1 and lesson number 2. Now, today we'll start with lesson number 3. As you can see here, name of the lesson is lesson number 3, force and pressure. Now, we'll see the definition for force. Yes, as all of you are knowing the definition, you have studied in 6th standard, 7th standard. Yes, so what is the definition? Force is a physical cause that can change the state of motion or the dimensions of an object. Yes, we are applying force to change the state of a motion. Yes, if the object is in motion, we are applying force to stop that object. Yes, if the object is in stationary motion, then we are applying force to move that object. Yes, sometimes we are applying force to change the shape of an object. Yes, there are different examples. Now we'll see the examples of force. Yes, these are the examples. A moving bike stops when brakes are applied. For a moving bike to stop, force must be used. Yes, we are using the force to stop the bike or to stop any vehicles. Then second example, a bull is pulling the cart due with force. For a stationary cart to move, the applied force is used. Yes, here also we are using force. Then a man pulls the door of the room, pulling, pushing, lifting. Yes, these are all the examples where we are required force. Gravitational force attracting the ball moving up. Yes, one more example, that is gravitational force. Because of the gravitational force, the ball which are moving up, it will attract to the ground. Yes, so these are the examples of force. Now, Newton's first law of motion we will see. An object in motion continues to move with the same speed and direction when no force is acting on the object. This is the Newton's first law of motion. Yes, what is Newton's first law of motion? An object in motion continues to move with the same speed and direction when no force is acting on the object. Yes, if the object is in motion, then it will continues to move with the same speed and with the same direction when there is no external force acting on the object. Yes, so this is the Newton's first law of motion. Now there are different types of forces. We will see contact force and non-contact force. Yes, these are the two types which are given in your textbook. So we'll start with the first one, that is contact force. What is the definition for contact force? We will see now. A contact force which acts through a direct contact of the objects or via one more object, such a force is called contact force. Contact force means a force which is act through a direct contact of the object or via one more object. So this is called as direct contact or contact force. Okay, I hope you are clear with the definition. This is the contact force. Now we will see the examples of contact force. Okay, so these are the examples, like muscular force means lifting, pushing, pulling. Yes, these are all the examples of contact force where we are applying force directly or via one more object. Yes, so these are the examples of contact force: lifting, pushing, pulling. Next, now the next type, that is non-contact force. As you can see here, the definition. Non-contact force, the definition is a force is applied between two objects even if the objects are not in contact. Yes, a force is applied between two objects even if the two objects are not in contact with each other. Such a force is called a non-contact force. So this is the second type of force, that is non-contact force. A force which is applied between two objects when the two objects are not in contact. Even if the two objects are not in contact, still the force which is applied, that is called as non-contact force. Now we will see the examples of non-contact force. So these are the examples of non-contact force: magnetic force, gravitational force and electrostatic force. Yes, magnetic force, which are the example? Yes, which is the example of magnetic force? The needles are attracting to the magnet. Yes, this is the example of magnetic force. Then gravitational force, the ball which we are throwing upward, it will come down because of the gravitational force, it will come downward. Then electrostatic force, yes, you have seen one example, that is if we will take plastic comb, we will rub it on our hairs and we will take it near to the pieces of paper, the paper will get attracted to the comb. Yes, so this is the example of electrostatic force. This also comes under non-contact force, where two forces are acting on each other but they are not directly connected to each other. So this is the example. So these are all the examples of non-contact force. I hope you are clear with the definition and examples of contact and non-contact force. Now here are the pictures. Yes, you can see here there are pictures are shown. Yes, which are these examples? These are contact force. Yes, pushing, pulling, kicking, these are all the examples of contact force. Now we will see few more examples. Yes, these are the examples of non-contact force. Correct. See the first example, magnetic force. The nails are attracted towards the magnet. Second one is electrostatic force, and the third one is gravitational force. So these are the examples of non-contact force, the force which is applied between two objects even if the objects are not in contact. So this is the definition, the force which is applied between two objects even if the two objects are not in contact. So this is about non-contact force. These are the examples. Now we will see the next. Yes, one more example they are given, that is non-contact force. As you can see here one picture. Yes, this is the example of non-contact force. As you can see here, this is the plastic tray which is filled with the water. Yes, then there are two plastic bottles. These are the plastic bottles. On the top of the plastic bottles, as you can see here, small bar magnet is placed. Yes, on each bottle you can see small bar magnet. Now, yes, what will happen? This is the north pole of a bar magnet and this is the south pole of a bar magnet. Yes, when these bottles will keep it close to each other, then this is north and this is south pole. So the bottles will attract to each other. Yes, why? Because opposite poles attracted towards each other. After some time, we will change the direction of this bottle. Then here this is north pole and here this is north pole. Yes, why? Because we have changed the direction of a bottle. So this is north and this is north. So what you will observe, yes, when we will change the direction of the bottle, of one bottle, then the north and north pole will, as you can see, the north poles towards the north pole, then you can observe there is a movement in this bottle. Yes, they are go far away from each other. Yes, there is a movement in the bottle, you can see. Why? Because like poles, yes, they repelled each other and opposite poles are attracted towards each other. So this is the example of non-contact force. Yes, where two forces are acting on each other but not by direct contact of the object. Yes, even if the two objects are not in contact, we can see the force between them. So this is the example of non-contact force. Okay, now we will see the procedure one more time. Take two plastic bottles with rectangular shape. Close their openings by fitting the lids tightly. Keep two small bar magnets on them and fix them neatly using a sticking tape. As you can see, on each bottle there is a small bar magnet on the top. Then fill a big plastic tray with water and leave the two bottles floating with magnets at the top, as we have seen in the picture. Take one bottle near the other bottle. If the north pole of the magnet is near the south pole of the other magnet, the bottles will head towards each other, means they will come close to each other, because unlike poles attract each other. Yes, if the north pole is come close to south pole, then they will get attracted towards each other. Observe what will happen when the directions of the bottles are changed. Yes, then what will happen if the direction of the bottle is changed? We can observe change in the motion of the bottles without any direct contact. Yes, if the north pole will come close to north pole, they will get repelled. Yes, we can see the motion or we can see the movement in the bottles. So without any direct contact. That's why this is the example of non-contact force. This means that there exists a non-contact force between the two magnets. So this is the definition. Okay, so this is the example we have seen. Now the next part we will start, that is balanced and unbalanced force. So till now what we have studied, we have seen the definition of force, we have seen the different examples of force, then we have seen non-contact force and contact force. We have seen the examples of non-contact force and contact force. Yes, what is the definition for contact force? The force which is applied between two objects by direct contact or via one more object. So this is called as contact force. And the force which is applied between two objects even if the two objects are not in contact. So this is the definition of non-contact force. We have seen the examples. Which are the examples of contact force? Yes, lifting, pushing, pulling, kicking the ball. These are the examples of contact force. And gravitational force, then magnetic force, then electrostatic force, these are the examples of non-contact force. I hope you are clear till here. Now we will start balanced and unbalanced force. You can see here one diagram. Yes, this is the table. On either side of the table you can see there are pans. Yes, on both the sides you can see there are pans. Then here you can see one cardboard box. Yes, now we will see the procedure. Balanced and unbalanced force. Take a cardboard box, tie thick string to its two sides and keep it on a smooth table as shown in the figure. Yes, you have seen just now in the figure. In between there is a cardboard box. On both the sides of the cardboard box we are tied string. Then take the strings on both the sides of the table. Tie weighing pans of equal masses to the two ends. Now we will tie weighing pans of equal masses to the two ends of the wire or two ends of the string. Keep equal masses in both the pans. We will keep equal masses in both the pans. Yes, either side of the table. The box does not move on the table. If there are equal masses in both the pans, the cardboard box which were kept in the center of the table, it will not move from its place. Why? Because on either side, in both the sides, we have kept equal masses. Then, if more mass is kept in one of the pans than in the other, the box starts moving in the direction of that pan. Yes, if one side were kept more mass, yes, as compared to the other side, then what will happen? The cardboard box which we are kept on the table, it will start moving to the side where we are kept more mass. Yes, so equal gravitational force acts on both the pans when equal masses are kept in them. Yes, when there is a equal gravitational force acts on both the pans when there is a equal masses which we are kept in the pan. This means balance force act on the box. When there is a equal masses on both the pans, then there is a balanced force acting on the box. That's why the cardboard box will not move, because of the balanced force which are acted on the box. With effective force equal to 0 as these are acting in opposite direction. But on the opposite side, on the contrary, if more mass is kept in one pan than in the other, if one side we are kept more mass as compared to the other side, then the box starts moving in the direction of the pan with more mass. Then what will happen? What you will observe? If one side we are kept more mass as compared to the other side, then the box will start moving to the side where we are kept more mass. Yes? So, in the direction of the pan with more mass, when unequal force are applied to the box on the two sides, and unbalanced force acts on the box, resulting in imparting motion to the box. So, when we are placing more mass in one pan as compared to other pan, then there is a unequal forces are acting on the box or applied on the box as. So this is called as unbalanced force which is acting on the box when we are keeping more mass in one one pan as compared to the other pan. So that time we can see unbalanced force are acting on the box. Yes, I hope you are clear with the balanced and unbalanced force. Yes, when the balanced force is acting on the box, when on either side, on both the side, we are placing equal masses. Yes, in both the pans we are keeping equal masses. That time we can see balanced force. And when we are placing or when we are keeping more mass in one pan as compared to the other pan, then the box will start moving to the side where we have kept the more mass. So that is unbalanced force. I hope you are clear with the concept of this balanced and unbalanced force. Yes, one more example, that is tug of war. This is also example of balanced and unbalanced force. Now we'll move to the next. A force is expressed in magnitude and direction. So force is a vector quantity. Yes, it is a vector quantity because it is expressed in magnitude and direction. Now, when a force is applied on a stationary object, it moves. When we are applying force on a stationary object, it will start moving. So its speed and direction changes. Similarly, a force is required to stop an object which is in motion. Yes, on the when there is a object which is in stationary motion, that time we are applying force to move that object, and when the object is in motion, that time also we are applying force to stop that object. Yes, an object can change its shape due to force. While kneading a dough, its shape change. Yes, made from flour, the dough changes its shape when a force is applied. Yes, so this is the example where we are applying force, then the object will change its shape. A potter applies a force in a specific direction while shaping the pot. Rubber band, when stretched, expands. So there are many such examples. So these are the examples of force where we are applying force. Okay, what we learned today, we have started lesson number 3, force and pressure. In that we have seen the definition of force. Then we have seen the examples of force. After that we have seen there are two types, contact force and non-contact force. Yes, we have seen the definition of contact force. Then we have seen the definition of non-contact force. After that we have seen the examples. We have studied the examples of contact force and non-contact force. Yes, which are the examples of contact force? Pulling, pushing, lifting, yes, throwing the ball. These are all the examples of contact force. Yes, and which are the examples of non-contact force? The examples are magnetic force. Yes, the nails are attracted towards magnet. This is the example of non-contact force. Then one more example, that is gravitational force. This is also example of non-contact force. Then one more example, that is electrostatic force. When the plastic comb will held it near to the pieces of paper, the pieces of papers will get attracted towards the comb. Yes, so that is the example of non-contact force. Then after that we have seen balanced and unbalanced force. Yes, with the example. Okay, example of balanced and unbalanced force, that is we have seen one example, that is on the table we will place cardboard in between, and on the both side we will place a pan. So if the both the sides on the pan, if the same masses we will keep, then the cardboard box will not move because there are balance force on both the sides. So that is balance force. If on one side of the pan we will place more weight as compared to the other side, then the cardboard box will move towards the side where we have kept more mass. So that is unbalanced force. Yes, because on both the sides there are no balance force, there is an unbalanced force between them. Then we have seen force is a vector quantity. Yes, as it is expressed in magnitude and direction. Then we have seen one experiment which shows non-contact force, the example of non-contact force. So that's all for today. We will stop till here today, and in the next session we will start with the next concept. Thank you so much.